Yo lads, how you all doing, and welcome to another video on my channel. And today there's no dog. I do apologize. Okay, he's out. Okay, don't kill me, please. Today is another FIFA 22 video, and a couple of days ago, it's been almost a week now actually, almost, that there was the EA gameplay reveal trailer, which essentially was half an hour of just four blokes just passionately talking about football, really. We got more about these lads talking just to each other than the actual gameplay itself on the screens. Oh, it's me, Big Nose. Do you want the best player on the game? Well, you can't get D-Money because he's probably not in FIFA. So get Phil Bardsley. Get older Phil Bardsley. So if you're looking for the best way to get coins, don't spend fewer points, go over to useandbuy.com for the cheapest place on the market for your coins. Use code Vizeh at checkout, and most importantly, enjoy the video. So what I thought was a good idea is that let's take all the gameplay clips that was actually shown in the gameplay reveal and put them all together, and let's have a talk about it. I have actually been playing a bit of FIFA recently. I know, me actually been playing FIFA. The foot draft stuff came out 2 days ago, and it's actually pretty decent. I mean, I can't lie. It's actually genius what EA have done with the foot drafts and with the objectives, and how just playing a game really in any way whatsoever does benefit you quite highly, and because there's so much impact, it's actually quite decent to do. It's rewarding in a sense. It doesn't really hurt to try out something new, to be fair, so I'm actually not finding it that bad right now, which is surprising, I'll be honest, because I'm one of them that I've not played FIFA really at all since Christmas, and I played it a few times, you know, on and off, but I've never like woke up in the morning thinking, wow, I just want to play FIFA, I want to play a game of FIFA, which is very, very bad to say because I'm a FIFA creator. Now, of course, I've had said my piece with EA recently, but I ain't gonna lie, man, it actually has been quite fun playing foot draft. It actually really has, and hopefully that it continues that way, because when I try and play draft in other times, I usually just get absolutely nothing back in return. That's why I don't really bother with foot draft. So in the background right now, you'll be seeing every single piece of gameplay that is in the reveal trailer, and starting off with a brand new cutscene. Of course, EA are pushing more and more cutscenes. This is, of course, at PSG, some sort of light show. You're going to imagine that this would be at a lot of other grounds as well, like Anfield and Etihad Stadium and Vizeh Stadium as well. Next clip here is just a piece of animation about crossing the ball in. We got more zoomed in, slow-mo. There is a lot of slow-mo, okay, a lot of slow-mo cameras here and there. We got Real Madrid with the brand new kit, Atletico with their kit, Trent with the directional nutmeg, which I'm sure is going to be very popular next year. I can't wait to see that. Honestly, I cannot wait to see that. It's some actual gameplay from the actual game, which is good to see. And they did this a lot. I swear like half the actual footage of the gameplay was really just passing the ball across the pitch. It felt like it was largely just switching the ball from one side to another and just crossing it across the pitch. That's what it felt like most of the clips were, and they're not really wrong. A lot of slow-mo with touches on the ball and passing the ball, all that good stuff. Some gameplay here, Liverpool v PSG, and you're going to see a run here with Salah, similar to what we had last year, that we had, you know, you can actually control someone, actually make a direct run, tell them where you want them to go, and that is still there. Now, in that sample, it was actually apparently the AI doing it. The AI went out of their way to make that run, which, if that's the case, then that would be great, because many times with AI, it's really slow and really simplified. They just go in a straight line and that's it, and hopefully it's a lot more natural that they do go left and right and they change their speed, and hopefully we do see more of that. In this example here with AC Milan, it's showing how defensive they are, which I mean, their entire team is pretty much in their final third almost, and it gives me a bit of a worrying example of, you know, drop back and one depth from FUT Champions. This is actually some menu gameplay here, which will give me an example that you can actually change a lot of the colours, at least in the menu, because I've seen that in many different colours before in the past, which is it's a different menu. It seems really dark. It is a really dark menu. As a designer, I like to see bright colours and all that good stuff, so it's interesting to see. Here's the kinetic air battles. They're just heading the ball out. I don't think it's really that much of a difference, but apparently it is. But it just looks like normal, just headers of the ball, personally. But if you see a difference, then let me know down below in the comments. Tell me your thoughts down below as well, your thoughts about the gameplay, and about, are you really going to get sucked into FIFA again? For me, I always enjoy the first month, even if the gameplay isn't the best. I do enjoy the first 2-3 months of FIFA, because that is when it's the best, when there's not really a pure meta. Most people are still learning the game, and also there's people that don't have the best of teams. Everyone's really in the same playing field. Of course, there's still some that puts in a lot of money in the game. You know, there's still people that, you know, whack on a couple of grand, which I still think is pretty stupid, because yes, it may help you out a small amount, but really it's so easy to make so much money in this game, you know, from SBCs and just by trading. It's so easy. Here's them showing how natural, and the fact that it feels like a live game, that players start doing hand gestures to each other and whatever else, which is, it's neat. I don't think most people notice, unless it's like in a career mode game that you kind of immerse into kind of in real life kind of game mode, and it's still kind of cool. It's not each player doing the same thing, which is still cool. You see much more of the kits, players being much more angry at Sadio Mane, for example, being annoyed, which is interesting. You're seeing his body features and his movements and the facial expressions, and it's still kind of cool. Haaland, I hope that Haaland has his run. I really hope that Haaland has his run, because it's pretty funny actually. And really the rest of the trailer is just showing shots, not really much else. I don't think that's really needed, just more of the actual gameplay in the inside of the game, seeing these runs here, which it does look very linear, like they're running in a straight line, and that's it. Werner with a shot, a decent save with Oblak. These are showing goalkeepers, which is cool, because goalkeepers, I just don't want to see the ball go through my defender's torso. Okay, I don't want to see just the endless amount of times that I see the ball go through their legs or their hands. It's really painful. But right there with Inter, that kind of animation already looks like it's going to annoy me, because it looks like he dove so much and still did nothing. There's a few animations that goalkeepers do that you know that if they do it, they're not going to save a single thing. Like, it's just not going to do anything. Yet again, another cross-field switch. Another one of these that they love showing them, and then there's him receiving the ball from the cross-field switch, which actually is apparently is quite smart how they bring down the ball. It's a lot more faster and smoother compared to previous FIFAs. Here's some actual gameplay: PSG versus Real Madrid, and there is the bridge, there is the speed acceleration. It's still here, which I guess is a good thing in a sense, because end of the day, defending will always be OP as long as they keep AI as a very common thing with FIFA, which they have. I feel like they're always going to be favouring the defenders. So to create some kind of, you know, feature to actually get past defenders, I've kind of come to my realization that even though it's very annoying, I feel like it is also necessary at the same time. Again, this is some behind the scenes actual AI showing how defenders work, how players move the ball, how the algorithm actually works, and why it does what it does, which is, it is cool. We know that it's not just absolute BS made up on the spot. There is some sort of actual work gone behind this, and I guess we always know that EA ain't gonna make a perfect game ever. They're never gonna make a perfect game. But at least, if you're looking for a realistic type of game, then this is probably what you're going to be wanting, okay? With all the brand new animations that's going to FIFA, the gameplay is a main thing, right? Gameplay is like the number one, most important thing of FIFA. Here you can see some actual fast, nice little dribbling there, which dribbling for me is the most important thing. Like, literally, give me good dribbling, and that is all. That is everything I need, okay? Because 80% of the time that you're playing FIFA, you're dribbling with the ball, okay? That's what you're doing most of the time. But gameplay is the most important thing, because, you know, you could have all these SBCs, you could have all these objectives, but there's no real point of having all these objectives and all these SBCs if you're not actually really enjoying the gameplay. So, of the actual gameplay reveal trailer, I found, by working it out, that there is at least 5.5 minutes of gameplay, which is at least edited in some way, but of the actual pitch, as if you're watching it from the actual game capture of just the scoreboard and where you be seeing the game, it's about a minute and a half of actual gameplay from the game, just no editing. It's just what you'll be seeing if you actually play it, which is, it is kind of poor. Of course, the point of the trailer was to give everyone the behind the scenes of why they do this and how they do this, which is, I don't mind that at all. I just feel like it'd be great to have like a side piece, which like they just have two people play a game of FIFA and just see what it looks like, really, how players take a ball, how fast it feels, because you can't really get a real sense of how fast the gameplay is in this gameplay. But that is all the gameplay from the reveal trailer. Give me your thoughts down below in the comments of what you really think about the gameplay. Do you really think it'd be any different? Now, when I played it last night, when I played it just FUT Draft, the dribbling felt quite nice. I actually don't mind the gameplay on draft. I always find it quite fast-paced, which is actually pretty good. It's just, please, just make sure that the connection in FUT Champions especially is decent. Rivals actually isn't bad gameplay, especially in the mornings, but I just gotta hope for the best here, that there's some hope of nice and consistent gameplay, because that's really the main part of the game. Okay, this content of all these packs and player picks is all nice and cool, but really there's no point having all these amazing players when half the time they don't feel the way that they should. So that's what I really hope for FIFA 22. Give me your thoughts down in the comments. Smash the like button if you enjoy, because this is all the gameplay that you guys may not have actually seen because you're too busy skipping the reveal trailer. So this is everything all in one place, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Thank you all very much for the birthday wishes and messages. Thank you very much. And yeah, boys, I'll see you next time.